Hi guys, this is Poet Spice, and on this channel it's Poet Spice Biblioscribe, and I am here to do the One Book July 2018 challenge with Romany and Miss Vicky B, and there's two other people and I don't remember, so I'll try to put all that information in the description box below. So briefly what it is I tried this challenge one other time one year and I did not get to very far in it and I just kind of gave up. So this year I decided that I would go ahead and do One Book July, and each year that they've done it they've added some little tweaks and special challenges that you can do. This time around they're adding a digital component, and I will link those videos for the introduction in the Facebook and the YouTube if I can remember and get it off of the proper channel. I'll put that in the description box below. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and do One Book July, and then I have come up with some things that I have realized about myself, and I want to try to streamline things and how this works. So I decided at the beginning of the year that I wanted to use this Law of Attraction planner. Number one, I love the color and I liked all of the things that went with it. I'm not a big, huge planner as far as, all the little stickers and all this and all that, and you write down every single detail you have in all your life and but I thought that maybe this would help because it has some other items that go with it. I did a video, I'll try to link that video too. It has this whole Law of Attraction map in looking at your goals in your future and realigning your emotional states, realizing what's going on, some suggestions for actually changing your life, goal setting, creating harmony levels, that kind of stuff, and just basically setting down and looking at your goals, where you want to go and so forth. So I thought that would be a good thing to help me along. Well, over the course of the few months, now you can see I've decorated some things and whatever. I kind of have not been keeping up with the planner as a planner itself, and then I haven't done these extra side things because I feel like it takes extra time, and I haven't really been in that mindset to do it, so that has kind of gone by the wayside. You can see some of the pages that I've done. I liked the way it was set up in the fact that it has your monthly view. See, it has ideas and notes and stuff here. I'm just gonna take that off, and so it has the monthly view, and so this was my January. And I did a good job of keeping track of what was going on, and I had some little decorations, basically. Love my gorgeous girls. Some little notes down here and some action steps and so forth. And this is the part, the feel-good intentions and so forth, that seemed a bit much, that I was not keeping up with. And then your extra little notes. Then it had your weekly broken down by time, and the good thing about it was actually broken down by the times that I'm pretty much up, from 5 to 10:30 at night, from 5 in the morning to 10:30 at night, which is basically the time I'm doing stuff. I'm either getting ready for work and so forth. Now, as you can see, this week has plenty of stuff. I wasn't using the weekly, the week with the days on it. I wasn't using it to plan what I needed to do. It was more of what I got done. And then if I needed reminders and so forth, I needed to remember I have to be at work at 7 this time and so forth, and call the vet. So it was more of here's work, and then here's some things I did and got done afterwards. And then I tried to do the tracking and so forth. And it just wasn't it. I never got to the reflection parts and everything. So I found some things that I need to do. And so I had this book and my journal. Now I still like this, and I think what I want to do is some kind of something. And I think maybe later, when I actually have some time to sit down and think about these things, it'll be easier to do and reflect, so you can see those little pages and so forth. If you want me to do a video specifically on the pieces that I have in here, much better on the pages because I have May, but you see there's nothing filled in for that. And then I had like the first couple weeks of May because that was the end of the school year. Once school was over, look at that, nothing. Now, I will say that the good thing about this journal is, or this planner, is that it's undated, so I can start right back up in June. Okay, so this is what I'm not using for One Book July because I just cannot get what I need to do in there. And I found out that I'm pretty much not a planner person. So what I am going to use are 3 things, but basically 2. First, I have found that I am definitely a to-do list person. I need to write down what I have to do or what I have to shop or something like that, and on a note form on a daily basis. But I don't want this as part of my journal. You know what I mean? I don't want like a page that has my to-do list on it and then it's a permanent part of my journal. So I found that I need to have a list pad, a notepad, something like this that I can be like, do this, blah, 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 get it done, or rip it off, go to the next one. So I'll be using one of those in here. Then you should have seen this video. I created my own hardback TN junk journal, and I was going to use this to journal all year. Well, I started at the beginning of the year because I picked it up right after December daily. Then I got busy and all that kind of stuff, and here is pretty much where I stopped journaling, which is May 24th. Well, that's not too bad. It's only been a month. But I didn't journal every day from January either. So I haven't been journaling as much. So what I decided to do is I'm going to use the rest of this book, maybe not every single page in July, but I'm going to use the rest of this book to get myself back into journaling and to do whatever it is that I want to do. I like to journal. I like to do little sketches. I like to put in little collage papers sometimes, little quotes that I found that are inspiring or interesting, those kind of things. This will not have the planner thing. My planner thing is this. So here I've got the calendar, and I am just going to use the calendar. I am not a weekly person. Like I said, I don't use the dailies or the weeklies. I need to see everything in a month. So I put an extra band in my journal so that I could put this little calendar in here. And here's July. I've got stuff written in it already as to what videos are due. Then I'll go back and put in some other stuff about, like this is an appointment, or this is this, or whatever. Like my friend is coming to visit here. So I'll put some more things like that in there. And then, like I said, I need to find another memo pad because this one's too big, but I'm going to put that in here too and have it be the daily. Then what I'm going to put for this section, like the actual journal part sections, are journaling. I want to get back to journaling every day, whether it's actually writing an entry or, doodles for that day or whatever. And then also my writing. So like if I'm writing a poem or I'm writing some ideas or a brief sketch or something, I want to put that all in here, and ideas and so forth, so that all goes in this one book. Now, I originally designed the TN so that I could put, like, this was my Bible reading, this would be my ideas, this would be my actual pieces of stories. That wasn't working for me either. I think what I need to do is do it by day. So if you have some suggestions on how to color code or code them, you can let me know. So this would be the start of July. So this page will be whatever it is on July 1st. So if I feel like writing a poem, I'm going to write a poem. If I feel like doing the actual journal entry, then I'll do a journal entry. And then if I want to do a poem as well, whatever. So this may be the first. These 2 pages may be the first. And so what I want to be able to do is, have the date on it. And if this is a poem, I want to have like a sticky note or some kind of tab or label that says poem. And then if this part is a journal, then I want this part to say journal. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below, because I want to be able to go back and say, okay, here's this TN, and on this page is the date, but this was a poem. This page was a journal entry. This page was a doodle. This page was another journal entry. But these 5 pages were a piece of a story. So then I'd have like one tab or something, so I could go back. An index doesn't really work for me until I've finished everything. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that's how that is going to work. So this is my one book July. Here's my calendar. Here's going to be my journal, my poems, my writing, whatever else fits in here. Okay, then the other thing I am going to use is one of these, this Canson Mixed Media. It's a 98-pound binder because I like to do sketching. And then when I do my little drawings and so forth, they're not little, they're usually large. I want them on this it's not watercolor paper, but this mixed media paper. I like the way microns work on here. So as you can see, I have some drawings. So if it's something like, for example, this is a very large piece, okay, both corners. And so I want to do, when I want to do something like this, I like the microns on this paper, not just random paper in there. So that's why I have this for whenever, or if I feel like doodling or drawing, because I don't typically do smaller pieces. They usually are these bigger ones or scenes or something like that. Then what I do with these is I scan them in my computer and then I'll print them out and use them as coloring pages or pieces on cards and stuff like that. So that's why I like to have this paper and whatever. So my one book July is going to be doing that. So I basically want everything in here, and then all my to-dos are going to go on a to-do list pad, so I can just be like, I did this, it's going away. And then the one thing I do want to do is on days where I've been extra productive, I do want to continue this. So these are all things that I got finished on the 26th. And then these were the things I got finished on the 27th. So that's a lot of stuff. So I do want to keep like a tab of those days where I got a lot of stuff done, because that helps me to feel like I was productive. Okay, so that's my one book July. My big old handmade hardback TM junk journal. A to-do list pad that I'll keep with it. And my mixed media Canson, if I feel the urge to do some drawing with my microns. Okay, so see, like I said, here's another example where I spent, I don't know how many hours, but I was just sitting there doodling. But it's a very large doodle because this is a 9 by 12. Okay, and then when I know I'm going to put in my computer, I kind of try to make sure it'll fit 8.5 by 11. Okay, so that is what I have for you. Let me know if you're participating in One Book July, and so I can see your videos and what's going on. Also, I have Camp Nano coming up, which I'm going to do, and I'm also going to do that in here, like the handwriting part in here. And then if I type it out, I'll type it out and then print it and put it in here as well. So that's why I need some kind of color coding, or I need some kind of tabbage is what I need, because I need to be able to see like, oh yeah, there's 6 pages of writing. So if you've got an idea on how to tab this for the different sections, like writing, journaling, let me know. All right, have fun, you guys. See you later.